Quick video, Israel, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostle, elders, bishop, great millstone. My salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. To the hopeful extended elect, shalom, blessings. Men, women, and children. Getting right into it is just a quick video. I mentioned before, we have high holy days separate from the world, separate from these holidays that they worship, such as Christmas, Thanksgiving, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Halloween, all that BS, you know. And, just an example of the scriptures, it says, Exodus 35:2, 6 days shall work be done. Let's go. Verse 1, and Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord, all caps, have commanded that ye shall do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. So that there was very serious laws, and those laws are done this day the best of our ability, because we're in the time of rehearsing the righteous acts. So if that wasn't the case, the mercy is there, and we'd be all dead. Our righteousness is filthy rags. So, back then they try to do it by carnal means. Making things and having sacrifices by carnal means, thinking that was gonna heal the overall mental sickness or spiritual sickness, and it didn't. So that's why we rehearse the righteous acts. We meditate upon the word so we could be perfected eventually in time. The Most High will perfect us, and will be sinless. We won't have to worry about ever sinning again. And I wrote down high holy days. Passover, deliverance from Egypt, Exodus 12. We read it when we hold Passover. And it's going to be a spiritual deliverance here in this spiritual Egypt. It makes sense. This is spiritually called Egypt, Sodom. And just Lot was delivered, and his wife turned to a pillar of salt, So there's going to be some dynamics along, just like it, similar to what happened in ancient times. First fruits, Moses said to Israel, when thou comest to a land which I give unto you, and reap to the harvest thereof, then shall ye bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. Now, the harvest is spiritual now, because it even says in scriptures, the laborers are few and harvest is plenty, the laborers is few. They be like, well, where's your field? Where's your church? Well, no, we don't have one. Most High dwells not in temples made with hands, but on the highways and byways. That's the harvest. And hopefully we become the first fruits, because the first fruits are going to be the founding fathers, pretty much, of the new kingdom, new Jerusalem, new heaven. So, so everything, was done. There's a natural and there's a spiritual. The letter, but it said the letter killeth. Now we have the spiritual letter. We're reading things spiritually in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, mysteries, dark sayings, and parables. So we hope that we're the first fruits. And just like, any harvest, you have to sift, So there's a sifting process also. And I think GMS is the only one that has a sifting process, which is biblical. The day of Pentecost, the day of Pentecost, the blowing of trumpets, in the 7th month, and the first day of the month shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of the trumpets, a holy convocation. But we're in the time of war, so the trumpets being blown now is us on the highways and byways, warning our people for the destruction that's coming. Giving that certain sound for battle. Because it's a battle to have faith. I mean, everything, all these elements work against everything that you can imagine that has to do with spiritual gifts, hope, faith, mercy, understanding the scriptures, believing that the chariots are for us, believing that they're not aliens like the so-called white man says, believing in the return of the Son of God. That's our hope. They on a different plane, these worldly people, these Christians, and everybody else with them. They're on a different plane. We have high holy days. Holy means separate, man. So it says, look, it says a holy convocation. Day of Atonement, It says, the Day of Atonement on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a Day of Atonement. Atonement for your sins, praying for brothers. Thinking about your suffering, think about how the Most High has blessed us. Think about, the blessings that's coming that we don't even have yet concerning our faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Substance of things, yeah. Holy convocation, you shall afflict your souls so that we don't eat or drink. We afflict our souls. And that's, it's like, in the scriptures, there's such thing as greed, gluttonous. Esau, what did he do? He could have fasted, he could have prayed. He said, I am faint. When and he said, give me that, what you have, or that, give me a morsel of meat, that meat, the pottage from which you eat from. Didn't even let Jacob get done with the pottage. Therefore, he ate the red meat. So any profane person as Esau who sold his birthright for a morsel of meat because he was faint to die. And as you see, everything is microwaved in this world. Everything is speed, fast food. It has no, there's no break, concerning the revolving systematic door when you are subject to the system, which we know we are slaves. But even with the land Sabbath, they don't follow that. They don't let things breathe and prosper and grow. All the plants are fake, GMO, Monsanto, and all that. This is the devil at hand. It says, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Ye shall do no work in that day. It is atonement for the Lord, man. Feast of Tabernacles. Says the 15th day of the 7th month, for 7 days shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. 7 days shall ye offer an offering made unto the Lord. Feast of Dedication, also Hanukkah. The rededication of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem following the Maccabean revolt against the Syrian Greek army. That's in 2nd Maccabees, 1st chapter. And it's also in John 10:22. And then you have the Sabbath, first day of the month, which we serve on the new moon. First day of the month, first day of the week of that month, and day number 1. Count 6 days, which is 7 days. Sabbath starts that even into the 8th day. You can find Isaiah 58:3. 13, and hopefully I wrote these scriptures down right. So this is our stuff. This takes the place of Christmas and Thanksgiving. Our people always say, yeah, well, we gotta. What are we gonna do if we don't? We do this for the children. Your children can grow up celebrating the holy days, man. And which some brothers, a lot of brothers do have children in the truth that follow these customs. So Israel is just making an excuse, man. And these high holy days mean something to us. Their holidays, they BS holidays. I mean, they got Memorial, they got Christmas, which a lot of is paganistic, very paganistic, and very what do you call it? Mythic. You know what I'm saying? Very fairy tale-ish. With Santa Claus, a fat man coming down your chimney and giving you gifts. With 6, 7, however, 11 reindeers or whatever flying across the sky, in a sled in the wintertime. And all these other bogus ones. The tooth fairy thing, you know what I'm saying? Halloween, which goes back to heavy witchcraft. It's actually demons. People dressing up as vampires and demons. I mean, come on, man. And the churches still celebrate Halloween. Easter is a big one, which goes into the Passover, but they corrupted it. That word Easter in the Bible is Pesach. It's not chasing. It's not children going around doing an egg hunt, Easter egg hunt, man. They get that from the fertility goddess. That's why they associate with eggs. Bunny don't lay eggs, but they associated with that damn bunny, that rabbit, with that Playboy rabbit thing. The bunny foot. It's supposed to be a good luck charm, man, which is going into witchcraft. Voodooism, because it's supposed to be a real rabbit foot until they start, making it fake. But that's goes along with that. Here's that word right here, Easter. See it in the blue letter. And then coming over here to, you see the word right here, goes into that word Pesach, which means Passover.
Strong's G 3957. Pascha.
Pascha, but it's really Pesach in Hebrew. There go the characters right here. Pesach. The Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance of old from Egypt. Where is the bunny laying eggs? Where is that? And we hope because these chariots are going to pass over this place to destroy it, along with those missiles, and we hope that we're beamed up out of here. I know it seems like a fairy tale, but Jake has been believing in fairy tales since he was a little kid. He's been watching Superman movies, hoping he's able to fly and never been able to, but he's still believing that somehow. He'll believe in, being a pilot for the U.S., being a military soldier for the Army. As soon as you say, well, we're going to get beamed up out of here, Most High will. That's a fairy tale, man. You guys, grown-ass men, still teaching their children, about a fat man coming down the chimney, or a bunny laying eggs, or a tooth fairy coming to get their children's tooth from under the pillow. But yet they got nerve to call us, say this Bible is a fairy tale when it comes to us and our salvation. And these are serious things. There's war in the Bible. There's defeating armies in the Bible. Most High had drowned Pharaoh's army. You know, we slew Philistines. We went to war with these nations, hating these nations, pulverizing these nations in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai. He was pulverizing these nations. Didn't care if it was one left. We'll cut asunder. But somehow now everybody can be saved and the world is just filled with joy and love now. So I just wanted to go back over the high holy days, and you know, there's a periodical time in between each high holy day, so that's all year round. Just like these holidays that they have, that Jake say, well, we gotta do it for the children, or what are we supposed to do if we don't have? It's just like that stupid saying, we can't eat swine, we can't eat. What are we supposed to eat? You know, you gotta start using your noggin, man. There's plenty of lawful meats we can eat, and I'm not saying eat it like in the fashion of greedy America, filling yourselves to your burst. But I'm saying there's a moderate way to do everything, especially concerning following the commands of the Most High. We're not even supposed to drink excessive wine. There's a law concerning a custom concerning a Nazarite, but everybody wasn't Nazarites. But so, you know, a lot of things we did for purification, for for healing, for just like you take a therapeutic class or something. And you're like, man, that felt good. You know, you fast. You know, so these are some of the things we keep as a custom for breaking that worldly vibration, man. You know, afflicting your souls, and being not used to, access to everything sometimes, holding yourself back. You know, not eating so much, not drinking wine so much. You know, understanding and reading and learning and having patience with that. Going through a process. You know, but the process now they call process is by machinery. Everything was with a machine. They pumping out stuff. You know, you go to a fast food place, you get your stuff in like 3 minutes. Back then, when women used to cook, it used to take like 4 or 5 hours. Maybe all night. We probably eat till tomorrow. I'm putting some beans in this on the stove so we can have something for tomorrow. Like that. So this is how the status of this place. You know, this is how they do. So, just mention some high holy days. The high holy days, and important it is to keep them to the best of our ability, and the Sabbath, which is the new moon, and afflicting our souls and going through the motions of our customs, rejoining brethren, in the name of Yahweh Yahushai, and learning and relearning our customs that are good for our soul, our spiritual wealth, our spiritual health, overall, overall everything. So anyway, hope there was edifying. To the next video. Shalom.